Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grammy Museum Experience Prudential Center's mini masterclass. My name is Mark Conklin. I'm the Director of Artist Relations and Programming at the Grammy Museum Experience Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, the East Coast home of the Grammy Museum. Although our doors are closed, we're continuing our mission of educating and hopefully inspiring our youth and adults to create their own music or learn about a possible career in the music industry. So we've launched our mini masterclass series where we'll talk with artists and music industry professionals from all different genres. We'll be asking 5 questions in 5 minutes about their career, their craft, and their inspiration. Afterward, we want to hear from you. We want you to apply something you've learned or that's inspired you and create some music of your own and share it with us. I'll be back at the end of the discussion to let you know how to do that. But first, let's meet our next guest. Okay, welcome back, everybody, to Mini Masterclass. Today is a great one. We have 070 Shake. She's an emerging artist. She's one of the most unique voices in contemporary rap. She signed to Kanye West's Def Jam supported Getting Out Our Dreams label. And most importantly, she is from Jersey originally. So we're very glad to have her. Thanks, Shake, for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man.
All right, so let's jump in. First question I have for you is, what are the skills and the qualities or the traits that someone needs to be successful in this business and doing what you do?
I think you just have to be as pure and as close to who you are as possible. And I think it's good to get inspired, but just to try to be yourself in everything that you do, and be able to take constructive criticism. And yeah, I think it's all a mental game too, manifesting what you want and how you see yourself in the future and just chasing that.
That's great. And of all the things that you do, and that you have to do day to day, what's the thing about it, about your career that you really love the most, the thing that kind of still gets you very excited and gets you up in the morning and working?
I like the fact that, I'm able to play with frequencies, these things that we're really made up of. And so playing with these frequencies, and I can inspire people through those sounds and uplift people. People say that the earth vibrates on a low frequency, but through music, you can really higher that frequency, especially if you have a bunch of people on the same level, listening to the same thing and making sure that the message that you are sending is not only negative, but is positive too, So, and just seeing that flow of energy, especially in live shows, seeing that flow of energy and our energies bouncing off each other, because I'm not me without them, and, vice versa.
That's great. This
Yeah.
next one we call Pro Tip. So it's something that you apply to your, whether it's your creative, when you're creating your music or you're on stage, but something that maybe you can impart to our viewers that they can apply to their own craft.
Yeah, I would say just like when you're in the studio, to be as free as possible and to not box yourself into a specific genre or a specific type of music, and almost like think freely when it comes to music. Like, do it freely, as free as you can, because if you don't give that 100% capacity of your brain to it, you're only going to get what you give, basically. So I think it's very detrimental to artists when they try to put themselves in a box and just marry themselves to one sort of genre or certain sort of drums. I would just say to be more open-minded, and you'd be surprised by what you get by doing that.
Yeah, that's great advice. This one we call Vintage Vinyl. It's fun. So it's something that it's a record or an album from way back when, in the last century, maybe pre-2000, that maybe influenced you or informed your music, and maybe something our viewers have not yet checked out that they should consider listening to.
Yeah, I would say Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I would say definitely The Dark Side of the Moon. That's an album that really inspired me a lot. And when you go back to these albums, you can really learn from them. And they were doing this without half of the stuff we have today. Without laptops, without just a lot of the things we have today, they didn't have. So it humbles me to think that they were still able to create these sounds and make it sound so big without the things that I have today. So it just makes me more creative in that way. So definitely going back to music and listening to that old stuff is very important, I think, to know where you are today.
That's right. And it's funny, I was listening to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill recently, another Jersey artist.
Yes.
And it still sounds so fresh. Like it still sounds like they could have made that record yesterday, which is
Yeah.
really
It's
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Something like Dark Side of the Moon, man. They killed that shit.
Last question for you. Something maybe recently that's inspired you. It could be a book, a TV show, music, anything. Just something that really kind of got to you, and maybe something that we should check out as well.
Yeah, I would say definitely watch like all of Tarantino's films. Uh, I'm reading this book right now. It's called The I Am Discourses, and it's just a very powerful book. It's just basically teaching you that I am, and whatever you say that you are is what you are, and it's just very powerful. So yeah, just doing that, meditating is inspiring, and that kind of stuff. But that's a really good book, and I recommend it to everybody. I Am Discourses and The Celestine Prophecy, really good book.
Another good one. Well, that's great. We made our 5 questions, but now what's happening with you? What are you working on? I know there's some new music out that's come out recently.
Yeah. So Modus Vivendi, my first album, is out. I'm kind of thinking I'm working on like a deluxe. If not that, I'll just probably come out with like an EP. I'm just really just making mad music and getting the studio ready to just make a bunch of music. And like I said before, not put that music in a box, but after I'm done with it, then I'll know where it's supposed to go.
Right. And hopefully be back on the road before,
Yeah,
hopefully.
We'll see. It's Corona time.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. That's great. Well, we really appreciate you taking some time to do this with us today. It was great to get to meet you, even if it's virtually. And hopefully when we are open again and you're back on the East Coast, we can have you as a guest in the museum and maybe do this in person at some point.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you. Well, thank you for being with us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That's 070 Shake. My name is Mark Conklin. I'm your host, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, guys.
I hope you learned something new or interesting from our special guest. Be sure to check out some of the music and inspirations we discussed during our conversation. And now we want to hear from you. We need you and your music more than ever. So we're encouraging you to make some music, make a video, post it, and tag us. It can be practicing your instrument or learning a new one, write a new song or learn a new cover song, make a beat on your computer, sing a cappella, whatever you like. Just video yourself, post it, and tag us at Prue Center and use the hashtag GrammyMuseumEXP. We promise we'll check out every single one and might even repost a few. And join us each weekday at 3 p.m. for more of Grammy Museum Experience Prudential Center's mini masterclass. Until then, make music and make a difference. I'm Mark Conklin. So long.